Hey YouTube, ZeroMagnumX here with another Magic the Gathering crossover video. This is for 3-deck profiles, so if the video is longer, that's why. The reason I'm doing 3-in-1 is first it's like 6 a.m. and I'm tired. And I haven't really been able to go to sleep because my girlfriend, who's not recording, was spending the night at the house so we could just go to the Marauding Besieged pre-release. So we're up and really can't sleep. Alright, so without further ado, the 3 decks. There's the Myr deck that I finally put together, and I think I've got a good balance for it. It still needs a few cards. The Knight deck I've been working on and how it's progressed. Excuse me. Then my Blue-White deck. I'm not featuring my Ramp deck because it really hasn't changed too much. Alright, here's the Myr deck. Okay, we'll start off with this. 4 Myr Galvanizers. These guys are awesome because they can create an infinite combo with 4 of these guys or mana producing Myrs, preferably these guys. So there's those together. If you guys want to check them out better, she can zoom in a little bit for you. So that's what they look like. If you have questions about what cards do, let me know. Okay, up next, 4 Gold Myr. And yeah, that's an original Gold Myr. They saw a reprint, so I can't find one of my 4 newer ones. They just give me a white mana. Okay. 3 Myr Battlesphere. It's because he's awesome, and in this deck he comes out relatively quick. So at 7 costs is kind of nothing. Alright, so this guy, she can zoom in on for you. The other one just produces 1 white mana when it's tapped. These guys are a different story. They're usually my win condition. So they tend to kill your opponent quickly because of the token ability. What they do is whenever they swing, you tap all untap Myr you control, where you can, and gets plus X, and deals X damage, where X is the number of tapped Myrs. So if in the test play I had by turn 6, it was a 17-7 and was throwing 13 damage their way. So it can be ridiculous. Okay, next up, newer guys. These guys are from Marauding Besieged, which will be legal in a week, publicly speaking. Brass Squire allows me to attach an equipment. So with that said, I don't have to pay the cost if it's a big cost. Like, there are cards that cost 1 and then like 3 to equip, but this guy's chilling out. You can just equip him. This guy, who is ridiculous when you get him going, he has flash and artifacts you control flash. What flash is it's playing your artifacts on your opponent's turn. And since all of these guys are artifacts, I'm playing basically everything but 1 card in my deck on my opponent's turn if I want to, which can be sickeningly awesome. This guy's cool. He's got an imprint ability. You remove from play an artifact from your graveyard, and he has the activated abilities of them, which means it gets he won't get like the Myr Battlesphere tokens, but he'll get the other stuff. He'll, I think, get the attack boost and stuff like that. So, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, 1 Myr Smith. I'm thinking about running 2, but I don't know. In the test plays, 1 seemed good. So, because she's not pivotal, but she's nice. Okay, new card that really made this deck work a lot better. 3 Myr Reservoir. I think 3 is a good number. I don't think you need 4. If anything else, I would get 4 Semblance Anvil for the deck, so you can play your stuff for free along with your Myr with Flash. So that would be another direction to take the deck. But this is how it's standing right now. Okay. 4 Origin Spellbombs. They give me a 1/1 Myr token if I pay 1 and pop them. And if I pay another white, which is why this is, right now I'm on a white Myr deck, I get to draw a card. Plus Myr Smith. Okay. 3 Prophetic Prisms if I ever need mana fixing, but they also are 2 drops and I get to draw a card when they hit the battlefield. So they're not bad. So extra draw power in case I run into problems. Okay, 2 Nim Death Mantles. This is an example of what I mean with that Mur Squire guy. They cost 2 and they cost 4 to equip, but if you use Squire, they're free. So that's kind of what I mean. So that's an example of an expensive card. Or even these guys, that they're chilling out. They're 3 and 3 to equip, so their equips are not cheaper than their own costs. So again, if he's chilling out, you know, turn 3 play him, turn 4 play this, equip it to a guy. That's pretty cool. These are nice. You remove a land from your deck from play, and your whatever creature this is equipped to gets +X, or +1/+1, where that's how many lands are in control. So it's like an almost automatic +3 if it hits on turn 3 that your guy would be getting. So that's pretty powerful. And then as you lay lands, they just grow. Okay. 2 Bladed Pinions to make my guy flying and have first strike. So 2 and 2. It's a pretty even and easy to get con. Okay, Prototype Portal. If I ever run into a problem, I can pretty much remove from play. Yeah, imprint. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact card from your hand, and then you pay X, and tap it, and X is that converted mana cost. So, and then you can just keep copying, making tokens. So if I play that and I exile a Mur Battlesphere, next turn I can put a Mur Battlesphere into play, put a Mur Battlesphere in play, so it can spam any of my Murs, or that Shimmer Mur, I can spam them, so it can copy my artifacts. And in lands, I have, these are the only 4 non-basics. I just like them. They're Glimmer Posts. You gain a life for each Locust land you control, so if I play one, then play another, I'll gain a life, play another, gain a life, so 3 life can be gotten out of this, and then the rest are planes. Okay, that's the Mur deck. Okay, deck number 2. This is the Knight deck. This is probably my second favorite creation out of the decks here, just because it is really amazing. In test plays, it did miraculously. So I tested against my girlfriend's Infect deck, which is pretty good. So here's the deck. Okay, 4 Knight Exemplars. These are the bread and butter of the deck. That's why they're first. They pump all my other knights and make my other knights indestructible. So it's basically they can't be destroyed, and the lethal damage doesn't kill them. Though if, like, Infect makes their toughness 0, they still die. But that's beside the point, and they give other knights 1/1. So if there's 2 in their field, they're both 3/3s with an ability called First Strike, and they're indestructible. So they're retarded whenever they get out. Okay. 4 of the Skyguard, or Hunters here. They're 2/2 for 2 flyers for knights, and they're commons. So, you know, obviously a good card. It's a flyer, it gets over a lot of stuff. I'm not going to talk much about them because they're pretty basic. Okay, for this level up guy here, he just gets bigger as you level him up. You can pay mana to make him bigger. So those, I mean, 2 of those would be replaced for something else, and then 2 would be Student of Warfare if I had them, but I don't. So, I have what I have. Okay, 3 White Knights. These guys are ridiculous in test plays. They Protection Black and First Strike for 2/2 for 2. Protection Black means they're unblockable by black, they're unaffected by anything with black, etc., etc. They're just ridiculous. Especially in this deck where everything gets pumped up. Okay, 2 Student of Warfare. Another level up guy. You know, if you pay turn 1, play him, turn 2, you have nothing, pay 2. He becomes a 3/3 with First Strike. So, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, that's kind of filler right now. A Skyguard, it's basically another knight in the air, but it costs 1 more and I gain 2 life. Alright, next card is one I got tonight. She is wonderful. That is Hero the Blade Hold. I love this card. I'm looking for more of it. It was a promo for it, and it has Battle Cry, and when it swings, it puts 2 1/1 soldiers into play. Essentially, what this translates to is turn 5, she's attacking for turn 7, or for 7 on her own, because when she attacks, she puts 2 1/1s, and Battle Cry gives all attacking creatures with it +1/+0. So your tokens become 2 1s, and then she's swinging for 3, so it's 7 damage total. And when you play 20 life, that's kind of big. Alright, the next one is my favorite card of the night. I traded for it. It is a foil Marion Crusader. It has double strike, protection green, protection black. Basically what it translates to is it cannot be blocked by black or green creatures, or those who have a combination of both the colors, like Glissa. And double strike means if this thing hits directly, because it's a 2, it hits her 4 instead. So if it hits directly, it deals its damage. It deals first strike damage and its regular damage. So it's ridiculous. I'm glad I have that card. I'm looking for a lot more of it. I want to run 4 in the deck. Okay, my Planeswalker of the deck to a Johnny Goldmage. Their entire point is to pump up my creatures, because I can pretty much put 4 1/1 counters on all my guys, which is sickening amazing whenever the decks focus on pumping everything bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's ridiculous. Okay, 2 Journey to Nowhere. It would be 4 had I had the spares, and 2 Pacifism. Okay, the next one's my tech. But real quick, this just removes from play whatever it's enchanted to, and then whenever it leaves, the creature comes back. And then these guys right here just make it so that the creature can't attack or block. So they're pretty basic. Okay, my next tech are 3 Silence. For this night to get the night deck to get a jump on your opponent, it's good if they can't play spells for that turn, and then you can set up better, so it helps slow your opponent down. That's really all I can say. I mean, you chain it on their untap step and just go to town. Or draw step, whatever's most beneficial. Okay, next up, 3 Brave the Elements. If I ever want to do a big swing or keep my guys alive, these are important. I can make all my guys unblockable for that turn if they have like protections, and just swing for everything. Or if I'm blocking, give them protection. You know, it has a lot of uses. Okay, next one, Honor of the Pure ×3. It gives all my white creatures +1/+1. And go figure, all my knights are white. So all my guys are getting 1/1. And it costs 1 and 1 any. Okay, next up, Infiltration Lens. This is a ridiculous equipment in the deck like this. It says whenever equipped creature becomes blocked by a creature, you may draw 2 cards. And it costs 1 to play and 1 to equip. The reason it's ridiculous in a deck like this is because my guys have first strike. So if I'm swinging and they go, well, I don't want to take the damage, well, I get to draw a card. And I generally off their creatures. So it's really, really good. Sword of Body and Mind. This card's one of the better cards. I need to get myself another card called Sword of Feast and Famine for the deck. And then I'll have the equipments I want in it. This basically gives the creature +2/+2, and I told you what protection black does. This gives protection blue and protection green. And when it deals damage, I get a 2/2 wolf, and I send the top 10 cards of my opponent's deck to the graveyard. So it's really nice. Okay, Whisper Silk Cloak is the last one out of this deck, and it just makes my equipped creature unblockable. So if I ever want to put that in Sword of Body of Mind and just go to town, I can. And the rest are basic lands. Okay, so that is deck number 2. And here's the final deck. Okay, this I'm going to go through relatively quickly because I have other videos of it if you want to check those out and see. And I'll explain some of the changes. Okay, first for Preordain. Okay, for those who play Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Pot of Duality. Just saying, it's a common in Magic. It's basically the exact same thing, if you use it in that manner. In fact, in some ways, it's a lot better. But Magic, yeah. If you want broken cards that are like a quarter a piece, there you go. 4 Squadron Hawks. Squadron Hawks is a wonderful card because when it hits the battlefield, I can search my deck for any number of Squadron Hawks and add them to my hand. So it's instant hand advantage and deck thinning. Okay. 3 Wall of Omens. Whenever these guys hit the battlefield, I draw a card. So, lots of draw power. Okay, Sun Titan. 2 of this guy. He's my big drop. When he hits the battlefield or attacks, I can return a permanent from my graveyard to the battlefield with converted mana cost 3 or less. He brings back Squadron Hawks, he brings back Wall of Omens, he'll bring back one of my Jace Belleron, he'll bring back a lot of stuff, so he's good. And he's got Vigilance, so he doesn't tap when he attacks. Okay, I'm only maining 2 Day of Judgments for this build. I side the 3rd. There's a reason for that, and you'll see that as I'm cycling through the deck. Because most of the blue-white players go, no, right now. Well, for right now, this is at 2. Because of room purposes. Okay, 2 Journey to Nowhere as well. That's standard. And then 2 Condemn. Okay. 2 Venser the Sojourner. Planeswalker is awesome. Okay, 2 Jace Belleron. And then 2 Elspeth Terrell for my Planeswalker setup. And that and Venser are my dynamic duo. They're awesome when they're in the field. Just keep linking Elspeth and she gives you 1/1 tokens. Okay, 3 Mana Leak. They're counter spells. If you guys know what Solemn Warning does, it's basically the same thing, but like I said, for 25 cents, unless they pay 3 mana. So, cancels 3-drop, and same with this. That's just a 4 artwork cancel, but they're both counter spells. So, that's what these guys do. But they can't pay to stop them. So, okay. The next ones are my techs. Alright, check this out. And I think most of you guys knew it was coming, especially for blue-white. Okay. This combo is very deadly. And this is why I needed the extra room, and why I took it down to 2 Day of Judgments. Basically what happens in this combo, if none of you are familiar, this card is an instant, so I can play either way for counterspell. If they got nothing, when they end their turn, play this and get 2 1/1 Wars. Yeah, Wars. Murs. Alright. My turn, untap, play my land. I play Shape Anew. I sacrifice one of my Mur, and I just cycle through my deck until I get Blightsteel Colossus into play. Most of you know who play this game that Blightsteel Colossus is a one-shot kill for the deck. So he's indestructible, he's got trample and infect. So if I get that out turn 4, I can win turn 5 easily. And that's very hard to stop. So that's why my techs are different, and this is what I'm trying out right now. Because whenever stuff rotates out, like the Wall of Omens and everything, this combo is going to become significantly more important. Alright, now real quick, lands. For the setup, I have 4 Seachrome Coasts. These are just dual lands. They produce blue or white. This is my main deck, for the record. That's why you'll see all the good stuff in it. 4 Glacial Fortress, 2 Celestial Colonnade, 2 Tectonic Edges, and then a Sajari Refuge, because I don't have a Celestial Colonnade, and I need a 3rd one. So that's in their temp, and then the rest are just plains and islands. So those are the deck videos. I hope you like them, and let me know what you think. Alright, peace YouTube. ZeroMagnumX out.